And when you swim into this school of barracuda, they will politely open up.
Wow.
And they will, when that moment comes, you realize that you are alone. It's just like you are in a well. You only see the light on the top.
Wow.
Now, and thousands of eyes are actually looking at you.
Sabah Chats, oh Sabah Chats, Sabah Chats podcast.
Greeting fellas, it's your boy Vance back at it again with another episode of Sabah Chats podcast. We're gonna talk about 10 unique things in Sabah. So today we're gonna have a very distinguished guest coming into our podcast. That is the man who saved Sipadan himself, Mr. Clement Lee. Welcome. Yeah, let's go.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
So much.
You good?
I'm fine.
All
Very
right.
good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
No worries. So, Mr. Clement, today we are diving into one of the world's most iconic diving spots, that is Sipadan Island. But first, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Clement Lee, as you probably heard just now. I am now 73 years old.
Wow.
I have been diving for 42 years now.
2 years.
Logging over.
Your diving experience it's older than me.
I won't be surprised with my age, actually. But I've logged over 6,000 overdive. Wow. But believe me, at this age, I'm still diving.
Wow.
So there is no age limit in terms of scuba diving. As long as you enjoy, as long as you keep your body healthy, no heart disease and so on. So you keep yourself enjoying, keep on enjoying the fascinating underworld of nature created.
Yeah. So you are known as a pioneer of diving in Malaysia. How old were you when you first started, and what inspired you to take that first plunge into the diving world?
Well, I like to relate a little bit of my history when I was still schooling in Labuan.
Sure.
I was actually doing this biology class, and my biology teacher used to dive in the Labuan wharf, the jetty, and I used to snorkel with him. But I was always fascinated by my teacher holding this tank here, and he can breathe a long time and stay a long time underwater. Wow. So I was fascinated by this fact, but he kept reminding me, saying that no, you cannot just do what I did, but you have to take a certification course to get yourself prepared to be using this scuba tank, which I did. Opportunity did not arrive until 1982. When there was an American American guy and also a British guy came to see me, and that's where in 1982 and 83 I started the certification course, and they eventually became my partner in pioneering this company called Borneo Divers. And that's where in 1983-84 we started exploring the company out to bring scuba diving to Malaysia and to Sabah particularly.
So for those who've never heard of it, what's the wow factor of Sipadan that makes it so special? Mr. Clement?
Wow.
The wow factor, yeah.
At the mention of the word Sipadan, I must say that it really touches my heart. This is, as I explained just now, along with my 3 other partners, we actually pioneer and to develop this very special, unique island, right, a small dot in the Celebes Seas in Sabah. Now, we unlock it, we uncover it, we actually expose what we have on this island to the rest of the world, and that's what makes it is today. And I have been, as I mentioned just now, that I've been diving 42 years and logging so many thousands of dives, but thousands of dives were recorded just on this special island. Yeah. Now, Sipadan is how should I mention? Sipadan is an oceanic island. Now, in layman language, oceanic means this island is not connected to any continental shelf by itself. It rises from the ocean floor, 600 meter. Yes, you heard it right. 600 meter or 2,000 feet. As a comparison on land, you know, this is Sipadan is taller or higher or deeper, whatever you see it, then 1.5 times than our iconic Twin Tower in Kuala Lumpur, which is about 400 meters.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how deep it is. So like in Sabah, we have this very special oceanic island. In fact, Sipadan is the oceanic island in the whole Malaysia. Now, regarding the wow factors, anywhere you dive in, all the 13 dive sites in Sipadan is really a big one. But let me explain a little bit. If you dive in any of the dive sites in the 13 different dive sites, except the drop-off point and the cabin, you usually go by boat. Let me explain. Once you back row into the water, the first thing you will see is that you will be screaming out awesome by this what do you call this carpet of multicolor corals that are full of colorful coral fishes. You will say, oh my God, this is the place I'm going to dive with such a clear visibility. You can see such a distance. So as you descend slowly and you swim slowly towards the vertical wall, and I can tell you, your heart will start pumping. Your heart rate will start increasing because you will see this crystal clear water and change into the magic blue water. And you look below this abyss of the depth and you cannot see the bottom. But your heart rate, you cannot think so much about it. The reason because you will scream out, wow, I'm going to dive in this place. Yes, you are actually going to descend in this place and you're being welcomed by all kind of marine fishes, all kind of marine life such as turtle, the shark or the giant parrotfish and all the snapper and all kind of fish all together. And you forget it and you are immersed in this, what I call the topography of paradise. Now, when you are diving in this area, I say you are actually diving in the living aquarium, natural aquarium. The difference between this aquarium and those land aquarium is it on the land, you walk through the panel, you see the marine life inside the panel, the other side of the wall. But here, remember, you are actually with them. You're integrating with the marine life. So this is a very special, unique thing that you would ever see in diving in Sipadan. I said this, in Sipadan, I have been diving for 42 years, but every time I dip my head in the water, I'm just as excited as any other diver or even like beginner divers. And I would say, wow, yes, over the years, I have brought in hundreds, if not thousands of divers diving in Sipadan.
Yeah.
And the first thing they usually say to me when they pop their head out is, wow, this is amazing. And one of the divers even said to us, wow, Clement, how did you make this happen? But I told him, no, I didn't make it. This is what I call the heaven on earth.
Yeah.
This is a paradise. Top is heaven, below is paradise. That is Sipadan.
So I have this fear of the deep sea and the unknown beneath it. But your story is truly inspiring. Do you have any advice on how someone like me could overcome this kind of problems?
But first of all, obviously, you have to get yourself certified, all right? Open water. Now, my advice to them is that they get a lot of diving in the local area where they get themselves certified, gaining experience, gaining confidence, and gaining your buoyancy control and so on. Now, after you've done this one, go on to go take the next level, which is the advanced open water level, where you learn a little bit more specialty diving, example, deep diving, or night diving, or drift diving, and wall divings, and so on. When you are doing a lot more of this diving, your confidence will improve definitely. And when you go to a places in Sipadan, which now require the minimum advanced open water diver, you will be more comfortable diving in those areas. When you are relaxed, when you are comfortable, then you will enjoy what you are looking at underwater. That is the advice I would say. Yes.
Got it. So, have you ever had the chance to dive with anyone famous?
Well, actually, there are so many that I can name. Of course, I have done the dive with example, the publisher of the world largest school dive magazine before in Sipadan, and actually he was the one who published a very colorful features of Sipadan in those time, and that is one of the two reasons. I would say one or two reasons that explode Sipadan to the whole world with this magazine. So apart from that, I have done diving with even the co-president of PADI, which is my certifying agency, Ralph Erickson. Of course, he passed away, but he was simply an awesome fellow. But of course, there are other famous celebrities like Stan Waterman, which have been the very pioneer in the dive industry. Yes, all these are the superb people that I have been diving in Sipadan. When very obviously, ultimately, the legendary Jack Cousteau with his ship Calypso came in 1987, and he was the one who says something to me to protect this island, that shaped how I look at the island, how I like to conserve and protect this island that we are seeing today. But during his time, he was on the island. He didn't dive, his crew did, but he has made a huge documentary called The Ghost of the Sea Turtle. And this is one of the other reason. Remember I said one of the two reasons. This is another reason this documentary actually brings Sipadan out to the rest of the world together with the magazine episode. So this really actually an opportunity for people to see, well, right in this small little unknown state in Sabah, in Malaysia, we have very special, very, very unique island called Sipadan, and you must go. So this is how Sipadan was getting popular day by day. Yes.
Wow. So, Mr. Clement, let's talk about underwater magic. Can you name your top 3 marine creatures, whether residents or migratory, that you wish you could see every time you dive in Sipadan?
Wow. Sipadan is situated in the coral triangle. What it means is that this is the meeting point of thousands of different kind of marine life, and also the coral species congregate in a small little island of about 38 acres. Now, there are so many different type of marine life that I have encountered, but let me name you what we call the big 5. The barracuda, the jackfish, the bumhead parrotfish, and the turtles, and of course the shark. I would say that anybody who goes to Sipadan, this is the must-see list. The 5 of them must see at least, and then you see the rest. Of course, there are plenty more. Now, I would be difficult to name single one out, but 3 I will name probably is the barracuda, the jackfish, and the bumhead parrotfish. Now, turtle, I didn't name it out of 3 because they're so common. There are plenty everywhere, turtles. And the shark, yes, you can see them too. But why do I say barracuda is the top? Now, let me explain. Any diver coming to Sipadan would love to see the school of barracuda. I've seen this school of barracuda 42 years ago, but I'm still seeing it. But of course, this is the next generation and generation. And what does it tell me? It tells me that in Sipadan have enough nutrition for this barracuda to stay on the island for at least 42 years. If you know what I mean. So barracuda is such a magnificent school of fish that there are thousands of them. When you look at the school of barracuda, as I think this will be your heart pumping sensation moment. Your heart will definitely increases pumping. But you don't even have time to think because you look at this wall, because the Sipadan, the barracuda will put up the spectacular display of what I call the military position. What is happening is that they will circle on top and turn around, they will spiral downward and form into what we call a tornado. And actually this is the vortex of tornado. Now, seeing this is the ultimate sensation for any diver, anyway. And when you swim into this school of barracuda, they will politely open up.
Wow.
And they will actually reunite on the other end and leaving you right in the middle. And when that moment comes, you realize that you are alone. You cannot even see outside because the wall of barracuda is so thick. It's just like you are in the well. You only see the light on the top.
Wow.
Now, and thousands of eyes are actually looking at you. But you have only one pair of eyes looking
must
at
be
them.
scary.
So this is the ultimate sensation. It's a jaw-dropping sensation.
Wow.
Everybody will love that. Yes, this is barracuda. Actually, we have even named what they call this a dive site called Barracuda Point. Why we name it? Because this is the place where normally the barracuda congregate because of small little current. That's why any diver who come to dive, they want to dive in Barracuda Point to see this barracuda and so on. Of course, the other two jackfish will also follow suit in the same way, and they will also spiral just right. Just like this barracuda. But usually they are at shallow end, mind-boggling sensation. Next come the giant parrotfish. This is something that divers, experienced or novice would love to see, but with a certain feeling that are we going to dive and see this giant big parrotfish, some as big as 1 meter, 1.5 meter, maybe the water width is about 2 feet or more. So they are huge, but they are very tame. They are very tame. They have a lot of nutrition, a lot of food on the island. So they just glide along the corals, shallow corals, and you watch them silhouette against the sunlight. What a beauty. So you can see all these things displayed right in front of you. These are what people going to Sipadan and they want to see. These are the three main marine life that I would outline.
So everyone loves a good adventure. What's the most jaw-dropping experience a diver can expect when they first plunge into Sipadan's waters, other than the spirals of barracudas?
There are 13 different dive spots, but I would say the drop-off point with the abyss of the depth is such a sensational dive for first-timer or even experienced divers. Let us imagine, say you are doing a show dive. Now you have your equipment on and you walk maybe a few meters and then you are into the water, crystal water, warm water, and you put a mask fin and also regulator and you dip your head in the water. What do you see? You will see the multi-color of these coral fishes right there happily swimming around. As you dip your head in the water, you glide into a little bit more towards the edge of the drop-off. Lo and behold, you will see this crystal water that you just seen immediately transform into the magical marine blue and plunge into like a bottomless thing. And that time, as I mentioned, you probably will have such a heart rate increase again. But you don't have time to think because as you glide down over the edge, you will be seeing and will be welcomed by all these fish, turtle, shark lah, snapper lah, and so on. So many marine life that pass through you. But you look at the wall, you are actually diving in the topography of paradise. Actually, we have overhang, we have crevices, we have the cavern, we have also the overlays and so on. And over the vertical wall, you see that, oh my God, you have seen mountain wall, vertical wall, but this is underwater. Over vertical, you look up, you see the giant sea fan, colorful, sticking out of the wall, and the big giant, I would say the barracudas. Something very significant to Sipadan in the sense that you will see the fish gliding through all these underwater features. And you would think, oh, you're so blessed. You're so blessed to be able to dive in this famous drop-off of Sipadan. My goodness me, this is something that everybody would love to see, would love to dive. Sipadan has become one of the world's best wall dive. Now, honestly, I have not seen another island with such a deep wall panel down vertical wall, and the wall is so close to the shore. I don't think I have seen another one, and on that in my lifetime. But this wall, these features, is the main reason that made Sipadan famous and become one of the 5 best wall dive in the world. So this is no joke because of the close vicinity of the drop off to the shore. So simple. You dive, you do in shallow water, you drop down to thousands of feet. Of course, you don't do that depth, but you glide along the vertical wall, seeing all these unbelievable, mind-boggling features. It's the ultimate dive to yourself.
All right, Mr. Clement, imagine you are taking a first-time visitor to Sipadan. What's the first thing you'd say to them to make sure they're completely prepared for this underwater wonder world, and any do's and don'ts?
Well, diving in this very special island of Sipadan, you really need to be prepared to be comfortable and relaxed. Now, of course, prior to this, you must have a lot of diving experience in order to dive in Sipadan because of this sharp drop, vertical drop. Because anywhere in these 13 different dive sites, there is also a sharp drop. Now, I would actually recommend a few things that to this diver. First of all, you must listen carefully to the dive briefing or the dive guide. They will tell you what to expect and what not to expect underwater. They will tell you the visibility, they will tell you the do and the don'ts. Definitely. And you have to listen carefully the direction where you go. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that you have to be very concerned or monitoring all the time about the depth of diving in Sipadan. This is because the clear visibility we sometimes deceive a diver about the depth. So you have to monitor all the time. Apart from that is the air pressure, because the deeper you dive, the faster you consume your air. So in other words, you have to monitor your dive computer all the time, the depth and also the air pressure. This is super important. And third thing, you probably have to stick to do the body system, because any diver diving in this kind of area and situation, you might feel that the concern about you diving alone. So body system is no option. You must be. When seeing somebody diving with you, you feel comfortable. This is exactly what we want. Once you feel relaxed, once you feel comfortable, you better enjoy what you see underwater, all the marine life, all the corals, and you can enjoy the rest of your dive. And this is what it is actually.
And also mostly all the divers are using the hand signs, right? So you have to, you have to learn all the hand signs, like this is up, this is
Exactly,
okay.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, hands-on, you learn it in the courses, but that it's always useful to review it. You see,
Yeah.
what's the sign up and down and so on.
Yeah.
Right.
So I am informed that the Sipadan is off limit from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But supposedly, if we are allowed 24 hours to explore the island above water, what would you do to make the most of it?
You are saying that exploring the island 24 hours.
Yeah. If.
Well, I tell you what, the first thing, of course, you're talking about that. The first thing I would do is a night dive.
Oh.
But since you're not talking about diving,
Yeah.
I would say the first thing that I would do is looking up at the sky, where you have the mind-boggling starry night, and those people who are good in photography and taking the Milky Way, that is the opportunity
Wow.
for you to shoot the best photo of the Milky Way, because why? Pitch dark. The whole island is dark.
True.
No light.
No light.
And you only have yourself looking at that. You have the whole world to yourself to shoot the time. Beside the Milky Way, you will be watching all different kind of shooting stars too. Yes,
Wow.
because they are so multicolored,
Yeah.
multi million of stars in the sky. You will have the big opportunity to see the shooting star as well. And this is one of the top things that you should do. Of course, in nighttime, with the permission from the Sabah Park, who is now managing on the island, you probably can see a turtle egg laying situation. But though this is not encouraged, but for educational purposes, they do allow at that time, if you allow, to watch how they lay eggs, because this is a way to study the eco cycle of how a turtle is born in the eggs, and Sabah Park ranger will actually collect the egg afterward and put into a sanctuary,
Yeah.
and then let maybe days for them to be rebirthed. And when that happens, they will collect the small little turtles and release them into the sea. Now you can see how difficult all this process going on, and on top of that, it's very important to note that these bundles of small turtle, less than 1% survive in the sea even though when they're let to the sea.
Yeah.
So this is very important for the knowledge and education of the human beings, for sure. Now, this is what is done in the night time. But in the before the night falls, I would say you have the most beautiful sunset that you've ever seen on a remote, deserted island in Sipadan. If you are good in photography, that is the time to take the beautiful sunset in Sipadan. That is so beautiful. In the daytime, obviously, again, with the permission of the authority, you can do a lot of bird watching and bird photography. Actually, Sipadan was the bird sanctuary before. There are resident birds. There are resident birds such as megapod, sunbird. They have also the white-bellied sea eagle there, and there are also migratory birds like the sandpiper, plover, and so on, and Nicobar pigeon, for example, very colorful and so on. So all these are very good for bird watching and for bird photography. Those who are interested, and you can take very specific pictures of this one. But of course, you can do some little jungle with a limited asset, little jungle walk to see the flora and fauna and the jungle, the insect and so on. And also, you can walk along the beach by yourself. Don't forget, this is a deserted island. When you are on the island, probably you by yourself. And you are away from the hustle bustle of the city. No car horn, nothing.
True.
So you are by yourself. You are as free as a bird. So that is what you will have, the kind of opportunity you will have if you have a 24 hours on the island. That is so special. Yeah.
So, we receive a question often from people outside of the country. Is Sipadan safe to visit? So how would you answer it?
Well, Sipadan is an isolated island not far away from Sempona, even closer to Mabu.
Yeah.
I won't consider any more risks to Sipadan nowadays because it is now belonging to Malaysia, and we have even the military and the security people on the islands.
Yeah.
And they are actually resident management team from Sabah Park. The Sabah Park Rangers are also on the island. So it is actually pretty comfortable now to dive and to visit the island this day. No question about it.
So have any sea creatures bite or sting you before, sir? If yes, what are they?
Well, immediately one of the marine fish that pop up in the mind immediately, right at this south point, which is opposite the drop point.
Yep.
There is a notorious triggerfish that is so notorious that it will chase any diver
Really?
coming into the territory, especially they are nesting the eggs. Now, personally, I have been bitten.
Wow.
And I have been
Bikin takut.
bitten. You did not see them coming to you. You are swimming, and then suddenly they come and bite on your thigh. And let me tell you how strong they are. I was wearing a 3mm wetsuit. The bite on my thigh, you can see is tearing off my wetsuit, but not all. And of course, I felt immediately the shooting pain. The pain came into my leg, and of course, start kicking and turn around and realized that I have been bitten by this Triton triggerfish. But I don't blame them because why? Because we are entering the territory unknowingly, of course. So I just quickly swim away. But when after this thing happened, it has now included in all the dive briefing.
Wow.
All that when you're diving in that particular
Just because
spot,
of the experience
watch
that
out.
you had. Yeah.
Watch out, this Triton triggerfish. I do not know when it's giving the laying eggs, but just watch out.
Yeah.
If you see one swim away. Avoid that, swim away. Oh, that is one. That's the one that I can answer. But the rest of the marine life, no. I mean, I've seen sea snake. No, they are poisonous, but then they don't bite.
Got
They don't
it.
bite.
So thank you, Mr. Clement. For anyone watching and dreaming of experiencing Sipadan for themselves, where should they start their adventure?
Well, actually, as I mentioned earlier, first of all, you actually have to be certified. Now, only certification will qualify you to dive in Sipadan. Not only open water, but you have to go out to the advanced open water where we take up more specialty like deep diving, drift diving, and the wall diving, which is all happening in the island of Sipadan. Only when you gain enough experience and enough confidence, then you should go to Sipadan. Because with this, you are more relaxed, more comfortable, then you can enjoy what you are looking at underwaters with all this multiple, the marine diversity of fishes, marine life, and also the species. And that is where you should start. Actually. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Mr. Clement, for being here with us in Sabah Chats podcast. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode of 10 Unique Things in Sabah. See you!
Sabah Chats, oh Sabah Chats. Sabah Chats Podcast.